Shalom. Well, I went out for a second, but now I'm back. Maybe I didn't go out on your end, but on my end it went out. But it's Wednesday, the 16th of October, 2024, and it's a great day to be alive and well in the neighborhood. Thank you for joining us this wonderful, glorious day that God has made. Every day that He makes is a glorious day. No matter what happens in that day, it's a God day. So thank you for joining us today. And right off the bat, like the video, share the video, like the Facebook page, and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can be with us whenever we go live. And right now, that's Wednesdays at 8 o'clock on the Full Life Communications page on Facebook and the Full Life Communications channel on YouTube. And again, subscribe and like both. Subscribe to YouTube and like the page. It helps the algorithm so we can get our show on in front of more eyeballs, and therefore grow our audience and therefore grow the platform to give you more of what you're wanting from us. And we are happy and delighted to do this. And again, this is a live episode of Faith Walk, the intersection of life and faith. And we have a great show in store for you and great expert guests tonight, as well as my co-host, of course, Sandra Lee. And tonight we're talking about body massage and skincare as a part of our total wellness and self-care movement that we have created on this platform on Faith Walk. And so we're going to be talking to Letisa Alford tonight. She's a licensed masseuse and massage therapist, and her daughter, it's a mom-daughter duo. Tanasia Custis, she is a licensed esthetician. So we're going to get into all things about body care, body skincare, body massage, and how to keep ourselves well in that area, because we can have less stress, we can have better mental health, we can possibly prevent some things by taking advantage of some of the things that they're going to offer us tonight as far as do's and don'ts and tips and insight and knowledge. So you might want to get a pen and paper out so you can write down some of this information, because it's going to be great. I know these ladies personally, and what they offer, the services that they offer, and their skill level is second to none. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up my co-host, Sandra Lee.
Hey, Sharon, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. And of course, I am very excited because we have the mother and daughter duo. So I'm just so excited to see and to really hear what we need to have done to our bodies to get massage, to get our skin right. The winter is coming, so I'm sure she got some exciting information to tell us. So I'm just excited, just waiting to get them in here in the studio.
Absolutely. And I do want to share, I'm not sure if this person wants us to share, but since I'm in charge, I'm going to do what I want.
That's right.
We have someone who assists us now with production and other things that we do. I have an executive assistant, Ayana Lee. And
Yay!
So now I don't have to look down all the time when I'm talking,
Yes.
because she's operating the board and doing the production for us. So we are so excited to have her on board. Let's give Ayana Lee a hand clap. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
I'm so glad. Yes. Woo!
It was so necessary. Prayers work.
Yes, we do. So she will always be in the studio first, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
That being in the studio first got her a job. Look at God.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Go, honey bunches. Yes. Oh, she's got it running across. Welcome, Ayana. Okay, she's already running it.
Yes, already doing her thing. So I see Aisha is there. And see, I'm about to tap the board to put it up, but let me stop. I'm so used to doing it, but now it's not me. See, here are my hands, and you see the stuff up there.
Yes. You can finally look up.
Yes. Netta says, hello, ladies. And April Kopp says, hey, everybody. Hey, April.
Hey, Amira.
Again, good evening to you, Aisha. And Netta, thank you for watching this evening. And everybody who's watching now or on the replay, however you watch, put your questions and comments in the chat. We do, after the show or during the week when people make comments, we do go back in and comment or answer the questions that you put on there. So even if you watch during the replay, it is totally fine. We know this hour is not convenient for everybody, especially Wednesday night is usually Bible study night for many people. So
Yes.
whether you watch live or on the replay, know that we still are monitoring the chat. And if you are watching and you don't say anything in the chat, then we don't know that you're watching. We know people are watching, but we can't shout you out and highlight any comments. So if you want to be shouted out or ask a question, you have to type it in order for us to know that you're watching. So with that being said, now we're going to get into the heart of the matter, which is why you're here this evening. We're going to bring up our special guests, Miss Letisa Alford and Miss Tanasia Custis. Let's give them a hand clap.
All right. Yes. Hey, girls, ladies. Yes. Hello, ladies. This is so exciting.
How are you?
We are good.
Yes.
We are good. So excited to have you on tonight.
Thank you for having us. Excited to be here.
You are so welcome. So let's start, Letisa, with you, and then Tanasia with you. With you guys telling us a little bit about your background, the work that you do, how long you've been doing it, your credentials, and all the stuff like that.
Okay, so like the lady said, I am Letisa Alford. I'm a licensed massage therapist. I specialize in chronic pain, neuromuscular therapy, and also PTSD and anxiety now, releasing emotional pain and trauma from my clientele now. So I am glad to have that. 11 years in practice. I work for Hand and Stone. I do have my own business. We did go for a name change. We don't have a new name yet, so y'all pray for us.
Okay.
So put down the name. So we are revamping.
Wow.
We are
exciting.
revamping. It's very exciting to see that because I carried that name of Peace of Mind, Balance, and Body Works for 10 years, and then just for Holy Spirit to say, it's time for a name change. So thank God for a name change.
Oh, name change, building.
Yes.
Once you change the name, you got to have a building to put the name on.
That's right. Building.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. So, and we have a new logo that was made. So that's up and coming. Behind the scenes. So that's just and a little bit of how I got started. I was doing billing and coding for 15 years and then got the call because what I do is a call. So I was just praying one day on my knees, and then I heard the voice of the Lord say, go back to school. And I was like, right now at 42, that's what we do with no money and nothing, just to lean on, but just my faith in him. And I did stall, but I did. Once I answered the call, all I can say is the rewards of seeing the wellness, wholeness, and healing of my clients has been more than I can even express. And that's just a little bit about what I do. And then I'm also wanted to add that my job is in this mountain of society of massage is to debunk the idea that it's just a feel good service, because it goes way beyond feel good. I mean, if you want to feel good, you want a Swedish massage and all you can handle is a light, medium, or firm pressure, that's fine. But I'm here to debunk the idea that it does handle nervous conditions, depression, anxiety, and it just goes so beyond it. And even things that Holy Spirit even taught me along the way, and also just getting over that it's a field that is just because it's viewed as sensual, but it is not sensual. It can be, but not in a perverted way. And that's what also another one of my jobs is to get people out of the idea that this is a perverted touch. It's not a perverted touch. It is a clean touch. It is a healed touch, and it's a necessary touch.
All right.
And that's all.
Okay.
I'm glad that you mentioned that, how it's so much more than just a feel good thing to do for self-care, because it is so much more than that. And I learned that from you, from our conversations. And I think people need to know the benefits that they can get from the health benefits that they can get from massage. And one thing that you just said, it's a clean touch. It's a clean touch because you're a clean vessel.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if you have a perverted vessel, it's going to be a perverted touch.
Yes.
So you got to be mindful of who touches you.
Oh, yes.
It's important.
Yes.
So Latisa is a clean vessel.
It's
She's
a
a
clean
vessel. So you can trust her touch.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. And I just going to add to that, you know, being a clean touch on the spiritual side of it. Also, what I would like to, and this is not popular, but this new age touching is a very popular. People are walking into, you know, this energy work, you know, they calling, but a lot of it's very demonic, and you have to be very careful
Right.
who touches you and what they are doing.
That's right.
A lot of them, when they touch you to do energy work, they have to write the name on that demon. First of all, they have to allow him in as an entity. Then they have to raise their hands and give him honor, whoever the entity is. Because a lot of people are into Reiki. You do Reiki. I do not do Reiki. So I'm sorry to the audience who's watching. I will not do Reiki and any other energy work. The only energy I do rely on, and that is of the Holy Spirit. But I will not do it because it causes nightmares. And for that temporary moment, this is the last thing I'll say about it. For that temporary moment of what the enemy has to offer of healing, is not as a trick of the enemy to walk you in to another set of symptoms that there's no cure for. Except for deliverance.
Wow.
That's a lot right there. Just knowing all.
You left me thinking.
I'm sorry.
Good. So necessary. You got to know the spirit behind what you're getting, and not just walk into a situation willy-nilly because it sounds good. You got to investigate. Well, what is Reiki about? What is this about? There's spirits attached to everything.
Everything.
Right. So thank you for sharing that, Latisa. Tanasia, you're up. Tell us about you.
Hi.
All right.
I'm a licensed esthetician. I've been practicing for 4 years. I graduated from Rosaria Veda 2020. That's been 4 years. Like right before the pandemic. I graduated high school. I knew I didn't want to go into college without knowing what I wanted to do. So I took a year off, and I was in retail for a little bit. And then I started doing makeup on myself. I fell in love with makeup, wanted my certificate behind it to be more credible. And the schooling, you had to do the whole skincare program in order to get that certification. And I just fell in love with skincare and making people feel better, and teaching them about their skin, and really just letting them know that skincare doesn't have to be complicated. I know it's a very oversaturated market. Things are coming out every day, literally. But you really just need a few things here and there that are gonna really change the way your skin looks, the way you feel about your skin, and really make a world of difference.
Awesome.
Let me ask you a question. So when you're talking about skincare, you're talking about like facials and stuff. Does it include, like, once you get a facial, then you get makeup done, or that's totally separate?
That's totally separate.
Okay. Okay.
I work in a spa right now, so I just do facials. I haven't been practicing makeup. I'm just trying to learn skincare and the in and out, and how to make the skin better so it looks better under makeup.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So Tanasia, is it not just facials but also body skin, the rest of your body?
Yes. So I also do waxing services, and then there are other services like the back facials. Anything you can do on your face, it's safe enough for the rest of your body. So you can get back facials, arm facials, hand facials. And also there is a new treatment that I've been working on called Nevskin. It uses cold. It helps shape the body, tone the body, and help you get the results you want. That maybe working out or just getting older and like diet just doesn't address, like those stubborn areas that those things don't address. And it's been a lot of work, but it's fun to see the results.
Wow. Well, let me ask this question, because when you think about massages and facials, I'm going to say typically that was something that we didn't do. You see what I'm saying? You're talking about us?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we, especially if you grew up in the church, massages were nasty. Okay. And you didn't do them. And so, and facials, like, what do I need to do that for? I just wash my face, But now I know that there's a lot of spas everywhere. And so my question is it a lot of people of color that's going to get massages now and getting the face done? I mean, getting the facials and stuff?
Yeah. I have seen a lot more people of color coming in to want to learn how to take care of their skin, because although our famous slogan is "Black don't crack," it does indeed crack.
That is our slogan.
So there's a lot of preventative care we can use, so that way the black doesn't crack is an actual
it's true.
Instead of just the slogan.
Right. As quickly as others,
so
maybe.
Leticia, is there a lot of people of color that get massages?
Say that again, Sandra. Sandra, did you ask a question?
I think I don't know how yeah, I did. I'm having a lot of like freeze screen. I don't know if you're having that problem, but I'm having that. So I kind of am delayed a little bit. But my question was for Leticia. What's your clientele look like? Is it a lot of people of color that's going to get massages and stuff now?
So here's the thing: a lot of people of color they come to my location of Hampton Stone, and even privately, just because of the location I'm in, which is predominantly a colored culture, or African American, I'll say. It's predominantly, but there is a variety of it. I think what makes the difference, or gives it a break, what I see in the Black clientele, is more of a Swedish. I see, like you said, when you first asked the questions, we weren't told to do that. We were told not to get it. It was nasty. So they stay on the safer side, whereas other races, they step outside those boundaries of massage. Things like sports massage, things like neuromuscular therapy, and lymphatic drain. However, it's starting to spill over into the Black community, which I'm proud to say.
Okay. And so, because you were talking earlier about your healing, your specific, your thing that you actually do is healing, right? As you said, intramuscular. So is it where someone would come to get a massage, and as you are massaging them, you then say, okay, I'm feeling a spot, or do they come in saying, I have this issue? How does that work?
So it works by way of intake.
Okay. Okay.
Right. It works by way of intake. I'm able to view the intake on the computer screen that they filled out. And then once I take them back in the room, I will talk them through about some of their symptoms and things that they're experiencing, and then recommend what I feel that route they need to go. And then there's other times, that I could be rerouted right in the middle of a massage to go a totally different way, depending on what I find.
Okay, so you're giving them your professional judgment even after they've, fill out the intake and whatnot. It's similar to what I do. People come in for one thing, then I discover it's a whole bunch more than what they've come in for. So
Yes, yes, it's a whole bunch more that is discovered, during that massage, or sometimes even at the end. Sometimes what I even recommend, a lot of times I can even look when I love taking them back and watching them walk. So I'll have them walk ahead of me. And a lot of people don't like walking ahead of me, but just doing the body scans and just in how you walk, how you hold your shoulder, your posture, that is also another way that I can determine what you need in that service.
Wow, that's awesome. So Tanisha,
if a person, go ahead.
Tanisha, is it similar with you with an intake that they filled out and then provide that service, but what you're actually seeing, you then recommend other things?
Yes, absolutely. Usually, the client will come in with things like that they think they need, with using products that somebody has recommended, or so it's layered when it comes to skincare, because we really have to be careful of what they've been using, what they've gotten done before, kind of allergies, medications, things like that. So they may be coming in with acne, but what they're really dealing with is dehydration, which is overproducing oil in the skin. It's sending a signal to the skin to overproduce oil, because it treats it the same way as if you were dry. So you can't really differentiate. So I've been seeing a lot of clients come in with acne, and they just can't control it. But you really need to balance out that moisture, and introduce a lot of other things. So, and then some other people come in thinking they want to peel, and you look at their skin, it's super red, and it's like, you're definitely not getting a peel today, or probably ever. So you really have to set expectations of people's skin, because people really have, they want super fast results. So you have to set expectations, have to bring them down from what they think they want. And maybe they may be right, but I also have to bring them in and do a evaluation of the skin and their intake and make sure it's the right thing for them.
Okay.
You have a question here, Sharon?
Yeah, it's a comment from Tiffany. Tiffany, my cousin. Hey, cousin. Tiffany says, I have had a lymphatic massage of my breast actually after radiation for breast cancer. It really, really helps. And I get oncology massages regularly.
Ooh,
wow.
Yeah. So singing the praises of massage and how effective it is. So since we're here, ladies, why don't you talk about some of the things that are common that people come in for, then some of the things that are not so common that, like given what you see a lot of, that we need to know about. And so therefore, maybe we, the audience, can begin to take advantage of services like that now that we know that this is actually a thing.
Right. It's a thing. It's a thing. I love that question, because sciatic pain seems to be ringing through the streets very loudly. And it's not just an elderly, symptom that is experienced. It's also by these young people, but it just has to do with lifestyle. And then we sit all day at our job, and the way we lay, even at night, posture plays a big role. So even when talking about sciatic and things like that, and things that we can do, people need to know that there's help out here through massage, especially if you get a good, I'm not going to say I'm the only good therapist, I'm one of them, but there are ways that you can handle sciatic pain through massage therapy. And I don't want the people to stay away from that. The first thing they want to do is get a cortisone injection. And again, it's equally, as effective. However, they don't last as long. And for those cortisone shots, you only want to get 2 before the muscle starts to atrophy. And then that's where, at that point, massage will not help you at that point. So you want to be proactive, making sure that you get the help that you need. And then what that entails is hip flexors. Hip flexors play a big point there, in our daily lives. We sit on one of them all day called the piriformis. So if you're going to sit all day on that, I would recommend get yourself a tennis ball at the end of the day when your day is over. Sit on that tennis ball 1.5 inches from the gluteal cleft, and you sit on that tennis ball until you feel what's called a muscle belly release. And it's just a pop, for layman's terms. It's just a pop that you feel in the glutes that will let you know that muscle is released. By yourself, some, I don't know if I'm answering it, but buy yourself some things like rollers. I'm not talking about foam rollers. Foam rollers are very thick. They are effective, but mostly they're used in the gym for stretches. It's not, as far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen the effectiveness of a foam roller. I would recommend a roller, looks like a baking pan. You can get them on Amazon to roll at the end of the night if you're standing, for your feet, because these are all the areas that sciatic pain affects. It can be very debilitating also. I see a lot of people that walk with limps, and it's not necessarily that they're becoming crippled or they're getting older and things like that. This is what happens also when you haven't flipped your bed at night. Regularly, every 6 months you should flip your bed. When the
Flip it where?
Flip it over. I'm sorry.
What you mean?
Flip your mattress over, so you rotate it. So what you do is, so you've been sleeping on that same mattress for a year. So after that year, you want to, or I would say 6 months, you flip it over onto the other side.
Wow.
Because what happens is the body that mattress starts to contour to the body, and once that your neck, that cervical area comes off alignment with the hip, in that hip there's another flexor that will become very inflamed and then again cause that sciatic pain. So those are just things that I feel like people can do. That's a very popular it's just an epidemic, it seems like. And then as far as lymphatic drain, those are things you can do quickly at home. Dry brushing. Buy yourself a long handle dry brush and brush lightly around the clavicle. Brush light. Everything has to go towards the heart. I'll make it simple. You brush up towards the heart between the legs. 70% of the lymph nodes are in between the thighs, 10% underneath the arms. Everything else included, brush down the neck. And those are things you can do to help yourself and then alleviate those symptoms of what I've been seeing. And also, get involved in the lymphatic massage. Is one of the most powerful massages on this planet. It gets rid of all the debris in the summer and in the winter. So if you have allergies, you want to do that. And it's the only system that needs to be manually pumped, because it is, well, according to what I read from one theologian, he says pre-fall of man, the lymphatic system worked, and post-fall, that system does not work. So that is one massage you can do at home, and be very, when I say just Google it. Make sure you include it in your daily, monthly, or bi-weekly wellness. I'm telling you, your body will thank you for it. If you swell, if you have allergies, if you have swollen lymph nodes, if you drink a lot of dairy, those products like that, just to clean out the system. That's all I have to say. Sorry.
Matisse, I have a question.
Oh, wow.
Can you talk about lymphatic massage and how it can help with weight loss?
So lymphatic massage can help with weight loss because it reduces a lot of the fluid that's retained and that's held on. And also it does, when I'm doing a lymphatic massage, I start in the stomach. Stomach holds a lot of waste. There's some lymph nodes there, so it does help in that area to decrease the size of the stomach. It decreases the abdomen wall. Those are things that also, and then it also assists in cleaning out what I do is clean out the gallbladder and the liver to assist you with weight loss during that lymphatic treatment to get rid of. And then you also, with lymphatic massage, because you have to keep that lymphatic fluid going in between that arterial wall to keep the swelling down. So, and it does, and that soft massage will also change the appearance of the adipose tissue, as adipose tissue is what's called cellulite. So
I need help on that.
So it changes the appearance.
You're giving so much good information.
It changes the size.
Oh my gosh.
So is there a certain number?
This is
there
so
like a
good.
series of like, if you're going to get lymphatic massage to do ultimately like what you wanted to do, get the benefits? Is it like 12 sessions or 6 sessions? Like, what do you recommend? Or it depends on the individual?
It depends on the individual, and it depends on what you're trying to achieve, as far as weight loss, what you would like to see. If it's your stomach area, that's the problem. That's what we'll talk about. We work on. If it's the legs and the thighs, you want the appearance to change and get the fluid out of there and change that. We can work on that. So it's individual, and it's what you, the individual, would like to see. Working around the jaws. A lot of people say, oh, my face is so fat. My face is so fat. That's really not fat. That really is just a buildup of lymphatic fluid and from, in the jaw, and also some buildup from TMJ, which majority of people do have just from sleeping at night and things like that. And you can just decrease the size of your face, draining the sinuses, making sure through a lymphatic massage, also to slim the face, draining around the eyes, draining around the temples, and draining around the neck to decrease the appearance of fullness.
Leticia, you should have people lined up outside the door waiting for you, okay?
And when you ask your question, it's like, what do we do? How can we be interested in lymphatic massage? I'm telling you, not only just for overall health, for weight loss, to help with allergies, to help with like I said, the appearance, it's the slimming of the face, the decrease of fluid around ankles and thighs, and it just has so many, being able to help around the heart. The heart has a chamber in it. So if you have any valves or anything that are closed, or you haven't, it can help increase, the reduction of those heart palpitations, because that chamber will receive the fluid from the stomach once I'm pumping it, the lymphatic, and then it dumps it back out through the kidneys and just gets rid of all that old lymphatic fluid to keep you fit. And it makes you feel so light after you've had it. It does.
Okay. I'm sold.
So let me ask this question. I think there was a question that came up. I mean, people are tuning in. I'm so excited that people are tuning in, but I want to ask you this. So you were talking about this lymphatic massage. So is it set up where it's like, if you want to do this to this, you do the lymphatic, and then like, how do you know really what it is? Because it sounds like it's a full body from head to toe, even though I know that the massage is for the body, but breaking down the way you broke it down, it's like, if you got some cellulite, I need to have that one. I want to sign up for the cellulite removal. Yeah, I'll sign up for that. Start, okay. I need to move these bags away. So I wanted to make sure that we got the question, Sean, because I saw, I don't have my glasses. I know that I thought a question came up.
It was a comment.
Okay. Okay.
Tiffany says, go ahead, sis, with all that knowledge. Thank you. I like Tiffany's other comment. Tiffany also says, yes, that's what we do. Yes, she says, yes, that's what we do. Rotate our mattress. I learned a lot from my Aunt Agnes Dumas over the years about sciatica. She has it pretty bad, and everything you just said she said to me, learning that from therapy, and it's been very helpful for me. Thanks for this very useful information.
Yes,
And
awesome.
Unconscious says, I always hear about the lymphatic system, but never looked that much into it. This is good.
Yes,
Yes,
get
it is.
excited. I'm telling you, be so excited about anything you can do as far as like the body, because the body is already made to heal itself. Massage is just a tool to assist that process. That's all. But
Right.
I'm telling you, there's so much more to this. Sports, there's deep tissue, there's occipital neuralgia. That's the neuromuscular therapy for people who suffer chronic headaches and occipital neuralgia. There's no cure for those things, but if you are suffering those things, you know, that's in anxiety, depression, get on the table, get off the weed, stop with the drinking, and get on the table. You can have 8 hours of sleep in 1 hour massage.
Wow. Do you do anything with tinnitus?
Tinnitus, I do. That is the neuromuscular massage. That's the neuromuscular.
I have that.
It helps. So I do go, and I work in the back of the occipitals. I work around the cervical region. I work in between the meninges, and I work in the nervous system, which is, and the temples, which are connected to that audio. The SCM, if I can just point this out to you, just right here, this right here, this SCM. If you pull that, if you pull on that, if you pull right on that, it almost feels like you're choking. Look, it's like that little part right there where we call like it's part of our little chick. The SCM.
Yeah.
All right. So you pull on that. You can manipulate that for a couple of seconds through neuromuscular therapy, and because it's attached to the audio system to stop a lot of that ringing.
Yeah, because the thing of it is, I've gone to my ENT doc, that's ears, nose, and throat. And so I have a combination. I have the ringing in the ear, then I also have the tinnitus where I can hear like my heartbeat. So I have to sleep a certain way. So I'm gonna have to get some of that lymphatic service and some of that tinnitus service too, and some of that pull away bag service. So it looked like I got a whole lot of stuff. So sign me up, because I'm definitely coming, because this right here is enough to be crazy. Constantly hearing that high pitch sound.
Yes.
It's something. I didn't even know
that swimming around that you hear that close to your heartbeat, that's lymphatic fluid, which I drain behind the ear in the mastoid. That's the fluid you hear going and pumping into the heart, coming back in that.
Right.
Yes. So that's where the lymphatic.
But you're saying you can stop it?
Yeah, don't 100%, but I've been successful with it.
Okay. I'm coming. I've got to get rid of this. This is it's annoying, and there's really no cure. And so it's a lot with this right here, because I have to, like when I sleep, which I know throws my body off, because I have to lay a certain way to keep that heartbeat sound in my ear, in addition to I constantly have that ringing, right? Which came, I think I got it from when I had COVID in 2020. And that was the one thing that was different, because I had a very, very mild case. I didn't even really feel anything. Everything was regular, just a little slight stuffiness on this nostril. But the one thing, I was laying in the bed and I was like, I wonder what that noise is. And that is like, what is that sound? And then it was like this very high pitch. But what has happened over the years, now it's it is different. It is higher, and the frequency is higher. So sometimes it grades on my nerves, right? And so I have to sleep with the sound machine just to kind of because you don't hear it as much during the daytime, because during the daytime, of course, the noise is absorbing it, right? But then at night, that's when it's worse. I have a sound machine, or either I'll play like the sound of rain. But I'm definitely going to come, because I know that it has to be other. And of course, Jesus is a healer, so let's don't not say that. We know that he's a healer. I'm walking in my healing, but I mean other things,
many methods, right?
Practical.
Yes, many methods.
Only one God.
That's right. That's right.
So So Latisa, I'm really, really,
we have a comment from Kay Sunny. Says, I've had a couple of lymphatic massages. They're great. They helped in my healing for surgery.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my niece. I think that's one of my nieces. I think that's what it is. I think that's Kaylin. I believe that's Kaylin. Yeah,
Okay.
my family's here. My best friend Lily's watching. She's watching on YouTube. She sent me a message. So we just saw my sister Gwen. We just so excited everybody's here because Latisa, this information is so amazing. I never knew all of what you're sharing. And I know your daughter's saying, Dag, Mama, am I going to get a chance to get to say something?
Yes, she can. No, it's true. No, she is a very important piece to what we do. Honestly, I don't mean to ignore or, that she's not here. She doesn't have anything to say. She does have a lot to say.
Oh, and we're going to get to her right now. The question that I asked spurred all of this. So, Tanasia, what are some of the things that you know that we need to know that we might not know, in order to improve our skin, prevent some things that you seeing are like common, but we don't really know how to deal with. And the first thing we do is, go buy something off the shelf. Probably that's not good.
Right? I just told her that. I said that's the on the shelf products. I said,
right, exactly. Making it worse.
The common things I see is just is mostly just the fact that people think they need all these products in order for their skin to look its best, when really it's a lot more simple than that. You don't need a 10-step routine. I actually despise, I would say, 10-step routines, because you're doing all of this to your skin. You're over exfoliating. You may be using the wrong things, and it's not necessary. So really, all you need is a good cleanser. As you're aging, you may need an exfoliant to get rid of dead skin, because dead skin, because it likes to sit in wrinkles. It likes to sit in wrinkles, creases. So you want to get that off of your skin, so that way that dead skin is out of the way. Your products are absorbing a lot better, and you're really getting your money's worth out of these products. So second thing was the exfoliant, and then you really, really need SPF. I know we are taught that just because we don't burn, that means we don't need sunscreen. We really need sunscreen. The sun is very damaging to the skin over the years. That's what causes wrinkles, the dark spots, sunspots, cancers in the skin. So you want to be protecting your skin as well. You can get moisturizers with SPF in it. You want to be looking at SPFs that are higher than 30 and higher, and because that's where you're going to get the most protection. And then also another big thing is a lot of us are dehydrated, very, very, very dehydrated.
I'll raise my hand to that. I already know I am.
And
hey Sharon, I wonder why.
That is not what we're talking about with hydration.
We're working on our goals, Latisa.
Yes, okay. One day at a time.
Oh, you mean water? Okay.
Yes, but it's important to know that our skin is the last to get water. So even if you're drinking enough of it, it still has to filter through every other system in the body, and it may not be giving enough to the skin that we need in order for it to regulate itself. So you want to have products that are water-based, and gentle on the skin, and you really and calming to the skin as well. So you want products that will introduce that water to your skin topically. So I know we love our shea butters, our oils, things like that. But when you're putting them on top of skin that is dehydrated, you're just sealing that in. Oil is a sealant, so it's not, it doesn't provide any moisture, doesn't provide any hydration. The skin will look shinier, but once that absorbs, it's clogging pores, and it doesn't have any benefits to the skin. So you want to get products where if you look on the back of it, they're usually your gel products. If you look on the back of it, water is the first ingredient that you want to see on that product.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Well, let me ask this question, Tanasia, because I've been seeing, I love looking at TikTok, and I don't know if you've seen this, if you look at TikTok, there is I'm gonna call it a salve that you mix Vaseline and coconut oil and some other just household ingredients to put up under your eyes for dark circles, as well as like puffiness, right? Put it on, leave it overnight, and wash it out, and you do that regimen, all natural type of thing. Is that something that you think is that a good thing, or is that made up?
I don't think that it may be, providing that, filling in those cracks, of like the puffy eyes. It's filling in the cracks, not getting rid of it. So once you wash that off, you're still seeing the same thing. There's no benefit to it. There's nothing treating that area. You're really just masking it.
Oh.
Yeah. So if we're clogging our skin by putting the shea butters on dry skin, so when we're showering, what do we use to unclog so that we can get back to then putting something on that's water based after it,
Right. So you want to have pre-cleansers are really great for picking up oil. They are oil based, but they're not so much, you're not leaving it on. So pre-cleansers, you just pump a little bit in your hand. It's great for people who wear makeup, who need to take that off. It melts it right away. So you want to get a pre-cleanser, wipe that on your skin, not wipe that, rub that into your skin for a little bit, take some water, and what it's doing is oil attracts oil. So you want to have something that's going to pick up those oils that you put on your skin throughout the day, or that have been attracted to your skin, or the oils that your skin has made throughout the day. And then you want to go in with your regular cleanser, and that'll help that cleanser do a lot better on your skin than it would before the pre-cleanse or without the pre-cleanse.
Okay. Now, what about some specific things for Black folks and Black skin? Since our audience is predominantly Black at this moment, what do we need to know to focus on to make our skin the best that it can be?
Let's see. Well, I do like to get a lot of people out of the notion that our skin is tougher than other skin, when in actuality it can be the most sensitive skin on the planet. So you want to be treating it with water-based cleansers. If you do need like extra help, maybe some salicylic cleansers. Those are usually water-based, but they have salicylic acid. And you want to be calming the skin. You don't want to be aggravating it. Icing your skin is really good to help produce collagen and help keep your skin bright. And then the sunscreen on top of it. I'm always going to reiterate sunscreen. Sunscreen. You got to be putting it on in the morning, putting it on, reapplying it in the afternoon because it doesn't absorb into your skin. And then washing it off at night, because it can clog your pores because of how thick it is. But definitely, I want Black people to be more gentle on their skin and add a lot more water products.
Okay. Or is Black skin prone to skin issues?
I've seen a lot of hyperpigmentation just because we tend to be oilier, just from maybe genetics or even using a lot of oil products.
There's a question, I guess it sounds kind of similar to this. The Honey Bunch just said, she said, what do you recommend to moisturize skin after showers? I use body butters. Is that too heavy?
It's not too heavy, but you want to apply that body butter right after you get out of the shower, because your skin is damp, and then you don't have to use an extra product to seal in that moisture or give yourself water moisture. So you want to moisturize straight out the shower, so that way you're sealing in that water that's on your skin.
So maybe even leave a little when you're drying off, leave a little on there.
Don't completely dry off. Really, honestly, you can just step out the shower and put that moisturizer on, and it'll help absorb it a lot better as well.
Nice.
Yeah. This is so good. I want to go back to something that you said. Now I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a lot of difficulty. My stuff is breaking up. So I'm hearing some of what you're saying, but some of what you're saying, I'm not really getting. I don't know if I'm coming off the same way, but nonetheless, I'll go back and look at the tape. But my question, you said something about icing the skin.
Yes.
Is that what did you say? Like putting ice on the skin?
Yes. Icing, well, of course it helps calm the skin, but it's also help to tighten the pores, help to firm the skin as well, and then also help to push in that product. You want to do this after you've done your routine, so it's helping push in that product. It's helping calm that skin from any irritation your products could potentially create, and it's boosting circulation, like the coldness, and then your skin warming it up is boosting circulation to the skin, so therefore it is boosting collagen production and things like that.
Now, can that be all over the body, or are you specifically talking about the face?
Absolutely. Skin ice has benefits for all over the skin.
Nice. Wow, this is such good information. If you guys have any questions for our guests, it's 8:55. We only have 5 minutes left, so please put them in the chat now so we can get to that information. Before because we tend to always run over because our guests are always so dynamic. But can you guys, before we get to the end, give out your contact information, where you can reach, social media, all that good stuff? Leticia, let's start with you.
Okay, so right now I can be reached through Gmail only, because like I said at the beginning, we're revamping. So we pulled down a lot of those pages to that old business name. So it's LATEASARENEE@gmail.com. And you can reach out to me through that email.
Can you spell it again?
It's LATEASARENEE@gmail.com.
Okay, awesome.
It's going.
And what about you?
I'm also able to be reached through Gmail, considering we're revamping. So the email will be tcustis03@gmail.com.
And one more time.
It's tcustis03@gmail.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. Aisha Lee has a comment here. She says, I make a sea moss cream that I make for my face after cleansing. Do you have any comment on that, Nasia?
What I don't know much about sea moss for the skin, but considering it helps with inflammation in the body, it should be able to help with inflammation on the skin and calming that as well.
Okay. Awesome.
Wow.
Anything you ladies would like to share with the audience before we go? Information, tips, anything?
I think I just want to just encourage people just to, to explore, massage a little broader, a little deeper, because it's a broad subject, and it just has a vast majority of massages that are so beneficial to the body, and just continue with your wellness, weekly, monthly, daily, even if you need it, and I would also like to include, if you would just take 10 minutes to just go and breathe. Breathing itself will assist you in calming the heart rate down during the day, and any anxiety that you may. So just continue to just stay well and just, search out. And if you're going to, look for a good massage therapist, make sure they are certified in what they're treating you for. Make sure that, again, that they have clean hands coming from a clean vessel, and make sure also that because sometimes massage therapists don't tell you that they do energy work. So you'll walk into a session and pick up something that's foreign, and you don't even know what you picked up. So just be cautious and do your research.
Okay. Any tips and don'ts from you?
I'm coming to you.
I would say don't be afraid to come in, get help, to understand the market, to get clarification on things, and specifically learn about your skin. Everyone's different. It's not cookie cutter. So what may work for someone else recommending something to you may not work for you, considering what your skin is going through and how you take on products and how your skin absorbs things and responds to things. So make sure you're getting in to learn about your skin specifically.
Do you ladies make house calls?
We do.
Yes.
We make house calls.
Awesome. That's what I like.
Oh boy. Hey, we gotta talk afterwards. Okay?
Yeah, we're gonna be talking a lot.
Yes, we got a situation.
We got situations.
Yes,
absolutely. I tell you, ladies, this has just been so good.
Yeah.
I had no idea that this much would come out of this. I'm definitely going to get in contact with you about this tinnitus as well as this lymphatic. I mean, everything that you shared. I hate that I had this situation with the internet going in and out, but I'm gonna go back and listen to it. But listen, I am not going to be in church on Sunday because I'm going to my homecoming. Yay! Shout it out for North Carolina NC University. Next week, yes, Ag is in the house. Woohoo! I know my best friend is watching. We will be home for the homecoming, but you can best believe after I get back, Letisa, I'm coming for you and your daughter, okay? They got to get this thing cleared up.
We have one last minute question from Netta Fowler. Of course, she put it there at 9 o'clock. She said, what can you do for a person with probably thin skin, I guess? Anything that I wash my face, it turns and breaks out. And red, it turns red and breaks out.
Red, that's right.
Yeah. And she's 85 too, so put that part in there.
So you don't want to do a lot of exfoliation. I know I said that about older skin. So you want to be using products water-based. That's going to be your gentle products. I keep stressing that because they do help. And things with lavender in it are really going to be your best friend. You want to make sure that when you're looking at products and they say they have something in it, it is in the first 5 ingredients of the list. That means you're getting the actual benefits of what they're saying is in the products. So lavender, water products, icing is really going to help your skin, and aloe as well.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Good to know.
All right. Amazing.
This was wonderful.
This was so good. The hour just ran out so quick. My gosh.
I know
man.
the hour goes by so quickly. But thank you, ladies, for joining us tonight. So grateful, so appreciative for sharing your expertise with us. And we definitely will have you back again.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Maybe we can come up with something where we can have some demonstrations, like, the two of you can use each other,
Right.
teach some technique on some facial technique on your mom.
Yes.
We're going to try to hook this up so we can, do some more things. But thank you so much for what you do.
For having us.
You're welcome.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And thank you, Sandra Lee, as always. And thank you, Ayana.
Absolutely. She did a beautiful job. Thank you, Ayana. I just want to shout out Aggie Pride. I saw one of my people, April. She came up on the screen. And so it was just so wonderful. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. It has just been a wealth of knowledge. And listen, we're about, educating folks, and you have educated all of us. And so we're just so glad that you came, Sharon. Listen, after we get off, I got a hoagie that I got to eat. And look, and I gotta hydrate. You heard what she said.
Stay hydrated.
No,
we need help, y'all. We need help.
Texas is gonna help us out.
Right. So thank you guys for watching. Who's watching live? If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching then too. Still leave your questions and comments if you're watching on the replay, because we do go back afterwards and answer questions and make comments as well. So we thank you for watching no matter how you watch. We appreciate you, and thank you so much for joining us every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Next week we're going to have Pearl Anderson and her daughter Makia on, and Pearl is a trichologist, so she's a doctor specializing in hair and scalp disorders. She is my hairdresser and scalp specialist, and her daughter is a licensed beautician, and so they're going to be on talking about hair and scalp care. So definitely tune into that, because we have hair and scalp care issues that we need to know how to properly address. Just like tonight's guest told us how to care for our skin and our body better. There's information that they have to care for our scalp and our hair better than we normally do. We're just grabbing the products off the shelf. That sounds good, right? So join us next week for that. And ladies, when we're in the stream, just stay on. Don't turn your cameras off. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining Faith Walk. We love you. God bless you.
All right, thank you so much. We love you so much. Thank you so much.